Hey friends, whenever I'm sitting here in my study and my window is open, if there's ever an event at Forker Field, with a high school field there, I can hear the PA announcer pretty well. So I can hear all the soccer games, football games, track meets. But the other day, it was Brendan Smith's booming high school principal voice that I heard as he was leading the class of 2024's graduation practice. And it took me back to many, many years ago when I was one of 426 in my senior class doing the same thing on our high school football field. Now, unlike a lot of my graduate friends, though, I had no real firm plans or any ideas of what the future might hold. I mean, I knew that summer I was going to be working with a landscaper in a restaurant, and in the fall I was going to go to college, I was going to run cross country. Didn't have any idea, though, what I was going to major in at college or what was going to happen with my girlfriend because, we were going to different school situations. The one thing I knew for sure is that I always lived in the Philadelphia area because that's where my family was, and it's where the Phillies play, and it's where you can get a good cheesesteak. Now, I had prayed to commit myself to being a follower of Jesus just a couple of weeks before graduation. But I really didn't understand that even though I was really unsure, really anxious about what the future held, that God was actually interested in and involved in my life, that the Christian faith is something very practical, and that God could actually guide and direct me through some habits and practices that I was learning, being taught by some good Christian mentors at the time. It wasn't until a couple of years later that I really discovered this line in Paul's letter to the Philippians that has become just an orienting verse for my life. It's this, in Philippians chapter 1, verse 6, Paul says, being confident about this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. And so friends, wherever you are in life today, if you just graduated, you've got a few years to go for that, or like me, you've got way more years behind you than you have ahead of you. If today you are someone who is seeking to follow Jesus, guess what that means? That means God really has begun a good work in you. And it also means that you can be encouraged that where the future seems uncertain or where the circumstances in your present seem very unsettling or really hard, that guess what? The Lord's not done working in your life. He's going to keep on doing that good work in you and through you in good times, in hard times, in confusing times, all the time until either Jesus returns, that's what Paul means by the day of Christ Jesus, or until he calls you home. Well, friends, thanks for your time today. Bye now.